Hello. 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 Wow, 되는구나. Okay, nice. Okay. Let's turn some music on. No, I don't want it there. There we go. Hey, Gunplug Gamer. Whoa. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. It's a pretty chill stream from here, so nothing too pressuring. How are you doing today? Music volume might be loud. Let me know if everything sounds good. So should I call you Kira Yamato, or do you prefer your Gunplug Gamer Kira? I guess I'll just call it Kira. Welcome, welcome. So, today I'll be just building, well, I guess clipping my parts for this. It's the HG Origin Gundam version. Just a lazy Sunday. Figure I'd just try getting this through. I'm just gonna lay down these runners in this runner clip. These are very nice. I just love having them just like right on me. It's like you could just like stand it there. But yeah, this guy, everything's been filmed and done. I just need to edit the video, so this is kind of in the way. But yeah, so look forward to that. Try to get that close, but I'm gonna just put this over here. runners and runners. Guess I do have to cut some parts out there. There we go. For an HG kit, this has a lot of runners. Very small ones too. So for those who are wondering, this is the tag art runner clip. I think I got this like probably a year ago as a gift. This is when before they start selling them in Korea through Gun Primer. So I was lucky enough to get like a free copy of this, courtesy of Gunpla Lab, one of my favorite YouTuber of all time. He does awesome work on Gunpla related content. So if you want to see like what a pro modeler actually does with painting, you should go check him out. So now, how do I put this in here? Guess we'll put it here for now. Oh, no, I think I got the solution. There you go, that might work. Yeah, all these runners are very, very thin. Even thinner than an HG kid. Well, I guess you can't see it from there. So hope everybody had their good 4th of July, if you're in the chat. If not, just feel free to just chill. Just ask me any questions if you want. In the meantime, I'll set this up right here. And then the rest, I'm just gonna premiere. Really small runners. What the hell? So already I'm noticing a lot of slide ties in here, so anticipating they're gonna make another variation for this. Probably don't need the earphones that much. Okay, one box. All the trash. Let's see, can I pull up YouTube from here. Before that, let's get rid of. There we go. Should be better. Yeah, Kira, sorry, I just got your message. This wasn't like really scheduled or anything. It just kind of like out of the blue because I was bored. So yeah, so next time you want to like hit me up with like joint streams, just let me know. We could do either platform. Right now I'm just like testing out YouTube and Twitch, just both at the same time. Either platform. Right now I'm just like. So far, it's looking pretty good, so that's a good sign. I'm trying to have all like the YouTube and the Twitch chat all just all combined together up there. So since this was unannounced, I look like shit. So bear with me in that portion. Just give me a few minutes so I could get some of these portions all set up. Hey, Doku Dell, thanks for the host. How's it going? Happy belated birthday, by the way. Slushy. There we go. For some reason, my I don't know how to explain it. My Twitch is in Russian? Almost done moving to a new apartment. Nice, nice. Yeah. I mean, moving in a national holiday. Yeah. That's tough. Hope your new place is better. Bigger stream room. That is nice. I'm excited for your next stream after everything's all set up to see how it looks like. Pretty sure it'll look pretty good. All right. Yeah, I will need to try to figure out where I want to stream because currently I'm in the basement. Yeah, Russian spam robots. I don't know how that came because like when I registered in Twitch, I don't know what happened, but yeah, well, I mean, that just means I need to learn Russian, right? All right, so burners here. Let's start. These look to be fairly simple enough. So about you're like moving like other stuff? One day my PayPal was Mandarin. Man, I don't know where you've been shopping, but yeah, that kind of sounds weird. I don't know if it has to do with like the like your phone settings, because sometimes like Google Chrome does this thing where it just automatically just defaults one language and then it just stick with it. And this is when doing it on the phone. Like on the PC, you could just change it to however you want. Like they're pretty friendly with like user settings. But for mobile, I'm not sure, because it all depends on like how it was tied to your Gmail account too, which is weird. Same town I'm moving to. A major upgrade. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, so you don't have to drive like a lot. I've kind of done something similar like a year ago when I moved into this place. I mean, it's like the same area, literally like 5 minutes away, but I have a lot of stuff that I need to bring with me. So. Cool. So are you going to stream at anytime soon, or are you just gonna set everything up before? I think you told me that during your stream that you will not stream for a while. Hello from YouTube, hello from Twitch. Hey, it's Mimi TV. How are you doing today? Yeah, so I finally figured it out. Twitch and the Twitch and YouTube restream option. So I'm happy it's gone pretty well. That way my YouTube subscribers can also hop in. So thank you for testing for both. How are you doing today? For those of you who are wondering, I'm just clipping away this kid. Yes, another granddad. Yeah, because of this move, I haven't streamed since July 2nd. Ooh. Probably a good break for you, I guess. I mean, I know you've been like streaming. Again, when I kind of joined the whole Twitch scene, I've only seen your stream like ever since. But yeah, it's good to have some breaks in between. Mimi TV, waiting on laundry while watching this awesome stream. Thanks, dude. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I hope to try new things right now because I'm pretty limited to like how many spaces do I have. Like my room upstairs has, and there's not a lot of space that I could work with because of the basement was leaking at some point, so I had to move all my stuff over there. But yeah, everything's all settled in, and I just need to clean the place a little bit. Let's see, PC4. Should be good enough. So normally I don't do a stream where I just go in and clip the parts. But I figured this is an HG kit, so I think I could be better off just doing it. Just why not, right? I'm still waiting for the Curious video to render in, and I'll just put some finishing touches, and it should be uploaded later today. So keep an eye out for that one. So many things to do, but so little time. So from what I know, this kit is supposed to be, I mean, this kit, when this kit was announced, like, as much I was excited for this kit, I was kind of annoyed. Because we've had a lot of RX-78 Gundam, like, already, like, remakes after remade, and then we got the G40 version, which my opinion for that kit was, it was kind of a mixed bag. I mean, it was definitely for those who are more experienced. When you need to be an experienced builder in order to build that kit. But then the whole scarcity of that kit, that just made everybody just go crazy. It's like when that the movie The Interview came out, they hyped it so much that when the actual movie came out, like after like a few warnings from North Korea, I mean, there are rumors around like why it was delayed, like the release. And then when you finally see it, when we finally saw it, it's like, it's mediocre. It was a good movie overall, but it was just mediocre. Nothing controversial. So that's how I felt for G40 when that came out. Because I believe that was the time when it was during Christmas. And that kit was sold out everywhere in the store. I remember when I was in Korea, when they just released it and I was still in the plane. So, meaning you have to pre-order them through the store or just wait in line. And I went to every store in Korea and have not found anything. Well, I didn't come empty-handed. I bought some kits over there and built some while I was in Korea. You know, no painting, just a straight build. So if you look through the manuals right here, you can see, so for this particular kit, you can choose what type of RX-78 you want to build. So you can see there's two right here. One's the early type, and one's the middle type. So the middle type, I think it's kind of a mistranslation in that part, but it just means that it's in the middle of improving and just progressing. I know there's like a final type where they put the magnetic coating, and this all just are explained in the manga. What was the Gundam The Origin? It's a great manga. If you're like a true fan, then you go through. So yeah, and this manual just asked me which one I want to build, the early type or the middle type. here are the two differences that you see right here. Early type has like a shoulder cannon, but doesn't have kind of the detail on the shoulder. And it has some sort of a detail in the wrist. It's supposed to be like a rocket launcher. Or it's just this part right here. You know what? Let's go for the early type because I think early type is the one that not a lot of people are used to. Plus the early type is more... It's more faithful to the MG that came out. Yeah, Doku, have you built this kit? I know you've built the, I don't know what, I forget what the name is, but it's similar to this one. It's, like a local type, right? I think it's in the same area and the same type of build. So early type, I want to use, what? A16. They're both A16. Yeah, you did build a local type. So I think it's going to be the same, well, similar build when it comes to that. But yeah, let's put this in together. So you know what? Let's cut these flags out. Yeah, the Origin kits, they came out really well. Even the Xeon kits, like the Zaku, and then they have the prototype Goof, which is kind of like one of my favorite mobile suit. So I'm cutting these joints out for those of you who are wondering, so that it'll be easier to take it apart for any painting. For the case for me, I might want to paint this kit into something, but just don't know what. Either way, it's basically just flip-flopping the armors. Did I put him backwards? Yeah, I did. No, this is right. Maybe I should put this one first. There we go. Okay, next. So what was I talking about? We talked about the Origin kits overall in general. Oh, yeah, the complaint about G40. So now they have this one and then some other stuff. Like, the Beyond Global is also coming out soon in the States. Because it's already been out in Japan. And then the EG version. So we have 4 this year that they're planning to release. Just finished my MG Cinema. About to start working on the HG Aegis. Yes. HG Aegis. Very underrated. I think HG Aegis, Aegis, or however you pronounce it, that's an underrated kit because it was a seed kit, but it made a lot of sense because of the gimmick. So yeah, Kira, let me know. I want to see photos of that because that is a really good kit. It's a good choice, good choice. C21. And I understand it's Gundam's 40th anniversary, so they have to, I guess they want to celebrate by rehashing the design for the Gundam. But I wish they paid more attention to Zaku as well. Because, you know, I guess without Zaku, there will be no Gundam. Because back in the day, when the Gundam the anime was not going too well, like 0% view rate. Cherry says hi. Hi, Cherry. I bet she's up there just meowing right now. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, but without Zaku, like the whole kit itself, I mean, basically they made money off of like the kits and the toys that they sold. And I think at that time, Sunrise and some other company, they only focused on that. I mean, they didn't really care about the anime because nobody watched it. Nobody wanted to see a space opera when Space Commandership Yamato was a big thing back then. Because I think Yamato just dominated the anime market back in the 70s. And that's what everybody just wanted to do. They just want to make the next Yamato. The next Yamato. Which is very interesting of how they came a long way for Bandai to be, for Gundam to be like Japan's cultural, like, what's a good word to use this? Like their cultural pride. But all these, like, you could just read about it like anywhere on like the history of Gundam. I think there's a lot of YouTube videos out there where they tell like how Gundam became so successful. And now they just like did this for 40 years, and there's a lot of Gundam things that we have to memorize now because they keep on making side stories on those. And they don't even come in like an anime. It's all novels back in the day. They're like book of like blueprints of like the side mechas. They got a lot going on. But yeah, that was my rant on the overall Gundam series. The franchise itself. But that just means that I just love this franchise to death. To the point where I could complain about it. C20. Dick flipped apart. Where'd that go? There we go. That will go under here. So you can see the joints here. This is also one of those joints that they made great improvements off, which, oh, there we go. So normally all these are going to be in one part or in a ball joint, but what they did right here is they kind of combined it together. But let's see if I could fit this in without breaking this apart. There we go. So yeah, with that joint that you saw here, you can now move it this way. Alright, here we go. Now it's asking me if I want to select parts. So I'm going to make just this part just like a regular flap, and that one I'm going to attach a rocket launcher. A17. There we go. These are small ass parts. So like that. Now let's take a look at the rocket launcher. A19. While we're at it, A9. Ta-da, here's the front body. There we go. Here's the front body. You can see that there's the rocket launcher here. It's not grayed out, so the color separation from here is it's not grayed out at all. So I will need to paint this. It's a shame, but overall it looks pretty good. I think I screwed something up though. There we go. Torso is done. I gotta make the backpack next. See, HG kits are fairly easy to do. I just built the Curious, and this one is a heck of a lot easier than before. PC 9 for the boosters. Booster parts are H. H10. If these are so small that I don't think you guys can see it pretty well. So let me do this. Expand this. There we go. How's that look? Done. We're gonna do the cannons now. So the thing about the Origin manga, just compared to the overall series in general. So for those of you who have not read the comic book or watched the series, I guess this is not a spoiler, so I guess I'll just tell you kind of like what's it about. It's basically a retold story of the first Gundam series, but they've added an element about before the actual first Gundam series timeline started. So it goes back all the way back to before even the one-year war starts. And the main focus of it was on our favorite antagonist, Char Aznavour. And if you're a Gundam fan already, you know what his true identity is already. But it flushes out his backstory of his origin, hence the name. And it has a lot of great details in it, like from all the characters that are related to him or to the first Gundam series, and they just flushed out kind of like why he was there, why is Rambo Ral in like a different faction or in a different military ideals. It's a very interesting story with the original artist drawing everything. So when those comic books were released in Korea, I mean, I was collecting them until like volume 8. But then when I came over here, I mean, now they're pretty hard to find in Korea. But when I came over here for college and now work, they start re-releasing the comic book all translated out. So I thought that I would just not buy the books because I already have them in Korean. Why waste money? Then my girlfriend bought me the first volume of the book, but it's not any first volume. It's like those special edition compilation series, like the what's the Omniverse, the Omni edition, I think it was called. But it had like really like hardcover, and I think volume 1, 2, and 3 were stacked inside. And they also had like special interviews like at the back with like artwork. So me having a job, I basically every month I just go to Barnes & Noble and start buying a volume as they release. Do I regret it? No. It's a great collection. I think it's a great book to buy, and I think it's very worthy of a collection. The only thing I regret buying it is whenever I move, I had to put all those in a suitcase, and they're heavy as hell. Like, really heavy. So I was moving over here, and I had all the volumes of that manga in the suitcase, which I have the suitcase right over there, but it's broken. The handle just broke because it was so heavy. So I'm only using that just to store things now. It does have a handle, but it doesn't have those like pull down handles where you could like take it around easily. But I don't regret it at all. It's part of my collection that signifies me of like my love for this series. I just miss collecting mangas, but here in the US, I know that's a tough thing to do. If I were to collect a manga right now, there's one other series that I would love to collect, and that's One Piece. One Piece, and it's a boxing manga called The Fighting, or Hajime no Ippo. I really love that series, and that series is still going on. And I still follow it. And it's pretty hard to keep up because they release each chapter like once a month. I mean, I don't blame the author because it's 1,000 episodes that he has drawn, and that's a lot. So whenever I go to Japan, I try to pick up the latest released, the latest volume. Of course, it's all in Japanese, but story just keeps on getting a little, I don't know, it's taking a back seat right now. Because Ippo just flat out stopped being a boxer. So you have the body done. This is for the early type. The early type has the rocket launcher and then the shoulder cannon. Which, if you've built the MG, then you'll know what to expect. It's that shoulder cannon. It's all in a single part, and I just wish they just added more details to this because it's a simple one seam, and that's going to be hard to kind of take out. But it's what we have to do, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to set this to the side. What is next? The head. So yeah, I'm curious to know if any of you who had that dilemma of collecting manga or still do, what are you guys currently collecting or reading right now? These are really, really small. Hey, Chops, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I saw your setup on Facebook. That looks nice. It's better than my setup right now. How you doing, man? How's your 4th? Just so you're curious to know, I am building this kit right now. The classic. It's classic, but it's newer. Fourth wasn't too bad. Just did some yard work and ate some ribs for dinner. Nice. So I had my girlfriend's parents over here and we just ate pizza and chilled for a bit. It was nice. It's kind of one of those relaxing 4th. So for those of you in the chat, Chop Snyder in the chat right now, he has a podcast that focuses on retro games. So it's called The Legend of Retro. If you like retro games and love listening to people talk about it, that's the podcast you should listen to. So go check him out. It's Legend of Retro. I enjoy myself. Hey, no problem, man. Always want to support my favorite podcast show. So Chops, I am finally setting up the retro game stuff for this Twitch channel. right now I have a PS2 and a Saturn lined up. Trying to see if I could stream some Gundam games in here. It's a nifty pen tool you got there. What is it? This one is actually a knife. So, as you can see right here, yeah. So it's a knife that has both sides. One of them is just like a regular, like a art design knife. The brand is called NT Cutter. It's a Japanese brand, but I really like it a lot. It also has kind of a pointy thing. Yeah, so I figure like just if I want to carry around a knife, like during like build events, I should have something that's at least safe for it to use, and also the blade. I'm more used to this kind of blade. I know there's like design knives that are like very acute. But yeah, I've had this for a while. Played enough Saturn games. That's a big gamma game history. You know, me too. Like, I went from NES to Sega, and then to Super Nintendo, and then just straight to PlayStation, and then ever since that was it. I didn't play any of the Sega consoles since then. So I've never had an exposure to Dreamcast nor Saturn. But when I was in Japan, there was that retro shop. They have a major discount on almost all of the Saturn games, so I ended up buying the console and some of the games. And some of them include some Gundam games that you might know, or Craig might know. Okay, so they're calling out a bunch of stickers for the sensors. And they're red. You know what, let's not put it this time. Oh, but check this out. If I put this in correctly. Oh, the new Gundam Breaker? Yeah, so I do have the new Gundam Breaker, but it's sealed. Normally, I don't seal. I don't play my Gundam games unplayed, but there's a reason for that. I'm gonna have to head out and finish moving. Have a good stream, my dude. Hey, thanks, Zoku. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on your move. Hope to see you soon. So one interesting thing that they have done, if I could get close to the camera, there we go, is normally this is where the head balkan can go through, but it's separated by having it part of a yellow part, and then they just like drilled a hole on it. So right here, you can see there's a hole in here that kind of fits that yellow part. So that's a really nice touch, because normally those things you have to either paint or they just give you a sticker for it, but it's a bitch to put on though. That's kind of the one drawback. I'm just even more worried if I need to take this apart. Like, is it gonna come out easily? So what I'm gonna do, actually I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna make things worse. Yeah, so getting back to the new Gundam Breaker, I mean, the only reason people will buy that game is because it's the latest in the series, and you could mix and match like the latest Gunpla into it. But from what I saw and heard, the story and like kind of the overall gameplay doesn't really match up to the third one, which people are claiming that's the best in the series. But the only reason I bought it is because there's it was a limited edition one that I missed, but they included a Gundam model as a special bonus. But because this game didn't really get good reviews, I got it pretty cheap. And it's sealed still at this moment too. But you know, if you can use it. New Gundam Breaker. Yeah, Kira. New Gundam Breaker. Wonder if I could snag one. It's horrible. Oh no. So we have already one guy who kind of says that it's horrible. So I guess you can snap it like this. Okay. Maybe get the V-fin. Alright, so here's the head. Our usual granddad. Then we put that on. That looks awesome. Is there any local stores that are open that have Gunpla kits? I bought one for my nephew off Amazon. He loved building it. So let's see. There are several places out there where they will sell Gundam kit. One you may know, it's Barnes and Noble. Yeah, Barnes and Noble, they sell kits. The other one, Nankin Hobby also has some kits in Michigan. I know Nankin Hobby in Ann Arbor or Ypsilanti, they do sell some amount of kits. And then basically almost all of the local hobby stores that you'll see, they have some. I know there's one in Grand Rapids that's like, it's pretty far away, but they have some kits there. There's one shop called Galactic Toys. They have a huge selection. Southfield Hobby Lobby? No. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has some kits. Remember Barnes & Noble, if there was any mom and shop pop places that I could take him. I guess depending on where you live, but I'm pretty sure there are other places out there. Let me take a look at that to see where I could help you out with that. Kira, I'm trying to get that kit that comes with the Maxi Boost. Oh yeah, the EXA Gundam with the whole big arms that say. I'm excited for that game, but the kit, I want to find that too. I don't know where they would sell it. I do remember that when the new Gundam Breaker was about to release in the US, they, without any announcement, they just like put them into their Bandai website. So check the website regularly, because sometimes they do this thing where they don't market it and then they just say special edition. Hey, no props, Chops. Yeah, I saw Jake's story. He was looking for like a place. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of like digitally downloading Gundam versus Extreme Maxi Boost. It's a long name, mouthful. Yeah, I love that game, but I was wondering if I should get it like digitally or physically. Because the current situation right now, I'm not sure if physical release is going to be an option, or if they're going to do it physically. So maybe digital. Just pre-order it and get Barbatos Lupus as a playable character. But have you played that game? Right now, until the release date, it's free on PS4. So they have a demo version where you can do the single player and the multiplayer. I might stream that one day. I know my other Twitch friend, Player Miggy, was playing it, and it's pretty good. But that's something to look into, because there's a lot of Gundam games that are great, but there are a ton of Gundam games that are just flat out terrible. And I think Chops in the chat right now, I think he's done some podcasts like talking about some Gundam games, and I think he knows which one is the worst. Oof, yeah. But I feel like Gundam games nowadays, they're doing the same exact things that they've done before. Like the recent games that come out, it's just a rehash of the game that came out like 10 years ago. But I am one of those suckers who would still buy it anyways, so I guess they win for that one. But yeah, recently I played SD Gundam G Generation Cross Ray. Yeah, Chops, exactly. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I mean, even it's like the same thing when Armored Core released. Like they had like they go into the Street Fighter route, right? First it was Street Fighter 2, then it was Street Fighter 2 Turbo, then it was Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. I may have the orders mixed up, and then they got Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition. Then it's like Hyper Remix. Gundam did the same exact thing from their series. Like the SD Gundam G Generation game that I just I guess I just downloaded because it was on sales for Steam. And by the way, you will only, if you want to buy that game with English translation, the Steam version is the way to go. If you want to buy like the translated game, you'll have to import it, like the Asian or the Chinese version of it, because they have that option. what do I think about the MGEX? So, let me get one thing. Let me just tell one thing out of the way. I don't like MG Unicorn Verka. It was a great attempt from back in the day, but it's too flimsy. Like all the armor parts that if you make it into a destroy mode, it just falls off. And for MG, it's a nightmare to even pose. But saying that this is their first ever MGEX, that the price is almost, actually it's more expensive than the PG. I kind of don't like that idea, to be honest. I mean, what, we had like what, 15 or 30 different type of unicorns has been out for the past 5 years since Unicorn was a hit. I don't know, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm pretty sure you've seen my post, but MGEX is just a movable, bigger version of the RG unicorn statue that I've shown. Will I buy it? I don't think so, because I'm not even sure if I'll have the time to even make one. I mean, if I do find one and if I do have money to burn, maybe. But that's for the sake of YouTube. But if I wasn't doing YouTube, I wouldn't buy it. Like, it's not worth the price. If they put, let's say, like, it automatically transforms and you could light it with the LED unit, yeah, okay, that I could probably get into, because that's actually worth the price and it's different. I never built a unicorn, but I built a perfectibility. Ooh, which one? Because if you build perfectibility, you basically build all different type of Gundams. The unicorn. So there's unicorn, Banshee, Norn, and then the Phoenix or Phoenix. If you build perfectibility, you've basically built all three of them. But have you built the MG one or the HG one? Actually, now that I think about it, I think the... Okay. Yeah, okay, HG. Wow, really? So, you managed to get your hands on that Blu-ray limited edition? Good for you, man. That's a really hard kit to find nowadays. Expensive, too. Or... I think they did that the first time, and then I think they released it as a Gundam-based limited kit. We need Jake in here. She should have all the facts. Oh, 안녕하세요. Hey, Nike, how's it going? Sorry, you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, for some reason, I could only see the chat here. So, sorry if I missed you, man. How's it going? Yeah, so I'm doing just 2 streams, and yeah, I don't think there's anybody in YouTube right now. Jake friend gave to me for 60. That's not a bad price. Considering how rare that kit is, the HG. That's a good price. Not bad, not bad. 여기 아무도 없나요? Hang on, I just dropped a piece. No problem. So now I'm building the waist. Gotta get this nut mark out of the way. Alright, so here's one tip for detail up. So this is the front skirt of the Gundam, and you can see that these are connected together. Now, if you see these two ball joints that are kind of together, you could leave it as it is, and when you assemble it. But so when you put that, the one thing that, you know, it'll stay in place, but then when you move it, both flaps moves together. 어우, 여기 사무실에 계세요? 아이고, 고생하십니다. So, one thing that I usually do for detail up, it's very simple. Just cut these two in half. And then, since they do still fit in these joints right here, they're still in place, but you could now move it individually, side by side. Just like that. So that it kind of gives a little more realistic detail of when you put this together. So try it out if you see one of these out there. But if you're like building like a really old kit like the Alex, don't do that, because those are not in a ball joint. Those are actually in like a one rod, so they're all just like a one stick. So if you cut that out, then it will fall off. So right here, it just stays in place. It's pretty good. 아이고, 나이키님 지금 거의 주말인데 일하시니 아이고 고생하십니다. Alright, so now we need to get this cut out. 지금 유튜브 상태 어때요? 괜찮으세요? 아무도 없는 거 빼곤. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, right now I'm doing dual, like a restream for Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, my YouTube channel, I'm at first I was gonna just post up just videos only, but I'm trying this thing where I'm doing both stream at the same time. Because I know there's a lot of people who prefer YouTube than Twitch at some point, so that's why I started doing both at the same time. And it looks like YouTube is running pretty well. I might have to check it right now. Yeah, it's running pretty good. So yeah, this expands a lot of options for me to just go back and forth or all at once. So we get the skirt all done. Now I'm going to just attach this to the main body. Not bad. Not bad. So we got the skirts in here, and we do have one of the advancement of the waist. You could pull this ahead so you could make the legs longer, so you could actually do Gundam like kneeling down, and you could do like other poses that you couldn't have done with the other ones. So yeah, so currently hour and a half, about an hour and a half, and I've done the head, the torso, and then the waist. Overall, so far so good. There's some portions that I wish they could have done better, but hey, I'm not really going to gnarl anything on an HG kid. If it was an MG, then yeah, I'll heavily criticize, but for an HG, I mean, it's up to us to really make this better, right? So yeah, hour and a half over here. So far so good. Oh, and fair warning, and I'm not sure if this will happen at this moment, but sometimes Streamlab does this thing where after I stream for about an hour and a half, it starts disconnecting and reconnecting itself. So keep that in mind. Like if my stream just all of a sudden disconnects, that's probably the reason. It could be my router, or it could be something else, but... Oh, it did! Oh, it did! Huh, that's weird. Yeah, so I think it's my router, or it could be the setting that I have on the Streamlab. The only good thing is that there's no frame drop, so I'm happy with that. Oh man, so I gotta have to go back and see where it stopped, but... Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of like what happened. I'm trying to see what's going on, because I was playing through Mega Man X4, and then it chopped into two pieces. And it was a part where I guess I was almost at the last stage. It happened right when I joined in. That's weird. Yeah, so I better take a look at that. So yeah, not much left for this kid. Going through this pretty quickly. So, let's go do... What shall I do? Arms. So I keep this in here so I could collect all of the nub marks that I cut out. It's really easy for me to do, and later on when I'm trying to clean it up, you don't need a vacuum cleaner to go vacuum the whole place and get stabbed by one of the nub marks. So yeah, that's a good thing to do. The only bad thing about it is it doesn't look pretty on screen unless you put something on it. So we're gonna go to the left arm. Actually, let's do status check first. Let's keep this here for now so that you guys can see. So let's see. Do I need any E parts? This is gonna be all weapons. D1 and D2. Well, let's cut these part out right now. 23. No. Let's go with the joints. Actually, you know what? I just realized I haven't ate anything all day today. Well, I had lunch, but it wasn't really that enough. So I might go get dinner right now. So I might cut the stream for today. I might continue this probably later tonight, just so that I could finish this guy off. I mean, we all want to see this guy all built up, right? So this is what I have so far. So I'm gonna just cut the stream right here and continue on after dinner. So thank you all for joining in for both YouTube and Twitch. And Doku, thanks for the host. And thanks for joining in Kira, Chops, and Memi TV, and Joel and Mochi TV. Thank you all for joining this kind of a chill stream. I mean, I know it wasn't too bizarre, but I mean, at least you guys made it more lively. I really love that. So yeah, before I go, there are some things that I need to tell you. So I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm currently working on making a review of this kit. So if you guys are interested, just check my YouTube channel out. I did the unboxing for that kit and this kit too. So check that video out if you like the content of what I put out. Like and subscribe, and also follow this Twitch channel as well, because this will mainly be my live stream, video game. Tell them more like more interactions to the viewers like you. And also, if you have a Discord, you could find me in many different Discord, but in particular for this Gundam model, check out Gunpla Builders Association. If you go to their Instagram or their website, they should have a Discord link that you guys could join in. So check that out. And I guess that's it. I think I'll just stop it right here. So thank you everybody for joining in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.